Hey everyone, it's Josh from Heroes Get Remembered. Make sure to like and subscribe on the video. Also, check us out on Instagram. We've got a link tree on there. You can find us on all sorts of social media platforms. And while you're at it, leave a comment if you think Dom should dress up as Bro Thor at the next convention he goes to, or for Halloween, or You're Gonna Die Clown if he should dress up as Happy Gilmore's caddy.
With great power comes great responsibility.
I bet it feels huge in this hand.
It's on!
On your left.
You and the chosen one!
Iron Man.
You're listening to the Heroes Get Remembered podcast.
And we're clear. All right, what's up? It has been a hot minute. We recorded a couple other episodes, but I got lazy and didn't do anything with them. And I think I can't say got lazy. I got busy. It's been a busy couple weeks here. But yeah, we got a couple guests here on the show today, guys. Thank you for joining us. Josh, go ahead and introduce who we have here.
Yeah, it's one of my good friends, Will. We grew up together, played soccer together. We're in a band together, graduated together. And his older brother, Tad, who probably got us out of trouble when we got into it, maybe. And they're part of the Shedzilla podcast.
Shedzilla, that's right. I remember you were on their episode, right? You were talking about college football.
Yeah, top 3 quarterbacks. That was something to think about.
Hell yeah.
Was that
It's,
of all
it's
time
Tad's best department.
Yeah, of all time, Ben. All right. And who were the top 3? We all went around in a circle and shared in our opinion, our top 3. So there's a lot of Florida State quarterbacks in there and whatnot.
So were you guys like gargling Tebow's balls or anything, or was it
only one.
Dan was
only one?
One of the other hosts on Shedzilla. That.
Okay. I mean, he was pretty fantastic. It's just a shame that as a career didn't really go any further than Denver.
Yes,
but
that's right.
then he became a baseball player. So yeah.
I think it was the Mets.
He played minor league ball with the Mets. Yeah, he played. I think he was like St. Lucie. He was playing on.
Yeah,
didn't go any further
he
than
was.
that.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. So
and now he's a tight end in the NFL again. I think he actually retired. He tried to. Oh yeah, I think he went. I think he did go back to. He went back to retirement. He's a college football announcer, so I mean, he's making good money there. Yeah, you can't really complain about that.
With the Jets at the very end there, because I remember he tried to take a pass and it binged off his helmet. I will never forget that.
I had no idea he played for the Jets. I knew he was he was pretty big with Broncos, but then I didn't, I thought that was it.
He just recently played for Jacksonville because Urban Meyer was the Jacksonville coach for about 6 months.
Of course. Funny.
It's a setup.
Well, I know I was excited when we talked about this episode because I got to dig through some toys a little bit here. And we were kind of discussing how this would work, and Josh was even more excited just to talk about his flip head figures from the Power Rangers back in the day. But yeah, the Putty Patrollers, dude. I'm so mad. I still have not gotten my Lightning Collection Putty Patroller. I've been trying to find one, but they're like $80 a pop, and I'm like, I'm not about to spend my money on that. That's just ridiculous. And I'm pretty sure my wife would kill me. So
life or dolls? Well, action figures. I shouldn't really say dolls, but
Turbo Man.
When you don't play with them, they kind of become that legendary status that your grandmother had on the walls or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Except these aren't scary. Like, my grandmother's dolls were. They're terrifying. Those little China dolls that would just, everywhere you go, they would be staring at you. Fuck that.
Our grandfather actually gave my oldest daughter a ceramic doll, and I hate it. I can't, like, there's something about ceramic dolls. It's like the dead glazed over eyes. It's
soulless.
Like, yeah. They come back around. They're like timeless. Like, see, like 5-10 years, you won't see any. And then you get of age and you're like, oh my God, that's haunting. Yeah. Why is that still around?
That or like those porcelain little figures. I don't know if you guys ever gave them to your mom for like Mother's Day or anything. There was this little glass porcelain figures. Those things always freaked me out too. They're just faceless. Hated them.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know which one you're talking about. Yeah. I thought like every woman's had them for like the past 60 years, but like the precious moment series.
Yep.
That's what I was trying to think
I guess
of.
it was like anime characters before they were anime characters or whatever, with the big heads and the big eyes, but they looked realistic. It was freaky.
Yeah, it's like they were always sad looking almost. It's like that you were getting lost in them or something.
Yeah.
It is, man. It's a lot like that. They have books and stuff too.
Traumatizing.
Just had like our grandmother loved the clowns, so you'd have just like the porcelain clowns all over the house, and it was terrifying.
That living room, Brandon.
Oh my god.
Fuck that.
That was actually so one of my earliest memories. My mom and I moved down to Florida after my parents got a divorce, and I was hanging out with my Aunt Amy, and she had a friend that she went to high school with, and her friend's mother had this thing about porcelain jesters. And well, dude, but like they weren't all jesters. Some of them were like traditional looking clowns or whatever, and they were in these glass cases like in the corners of the house. And I don't man,
yeah,
like, it was freaking frightening. I'm glad I went over there twice, but I'll remember that place the rest of my life.
What's the horror movie with the puppet?
Puppet Master.
No. It's more kind of recent.
Dead Silence.
Dead Silence. Yeah.
Was there another one with puppets?
Well, mannequin or
ventriloquist puppets. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know the PC terminology for them.
Dummy.
Yeah, our Brandon's my cousin, and our grandparents had this front living room with a TV and stuff. And it was the only TV in the house. So if you wanted to watch anything, you had to sit in there. But in that living room, they had the glass cases with all those porcelain clowns and dolls, and you really couldn't enjoy Star Wars without watching these. It was just like, no, I can't do it. Just can't.
Nightmare fuel.
Yeah, it just became
terrible.
that room just became like, oh, we're not watching a horror movie, but it feels like we're in a horror movie.
Yeah, and then we started
skipped
sleeping
the
over
part.
their house too.
Yeah, when we slept over their house, sometimes we'd sleep like I'd be there and I'd be alone, and I'd end up in my grandparents' bed. It was just like couldn't do it. It's traumatizing.
No, yeah,
especially a little kid who just recently found out what clowns were and was just terrified of clowns.
Thank you, Stephen King.
I was about to say,
Oh my God.
Is the majority here terrified of clowns?
No, they don't bother me.
I'd punch a clown in the face.
Yeah.
At this point, I'm not really scared of anything. It's just like, what would I punch in the face harder?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, well,
I'll give you
fight or flight.
I'll give you a great
If I see
analogy
a
of
clown, it's on
my.
sight, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There we go. If you've ever seen New Girl and the scene when Nick is walking through the funhouse and the clown walks up to him, starts like laughing in his face, and Nick falls to the ground screaming, that's me. Yeah, in a nutshell.
So
we
we've got
a cousin. We got a cousin like that. He's
oh
definitely
my
afraid of
God.
him. He couldn't
Like,
thank you.
Like he came over or came down to visit one summer, and it might have been summer, and I was sitting in there in the spare bedroom watching it by myself. I don't know why. I was probably like 7 or 8. I don't think my grandparents knew that I was watching it, but he comes in and he just like lays down like on the bed and just is watching with me, and then he had to like leave. He just had to leave, and he hid in the bathroom for like half an hour before anybody found out that he was missing.
That's the worst place to. That's the worst place to hide if you just watched it.
They all float down there.
Yeah.
Don't sit on the toilet. Anyway.
The first my first time seeing the original It was I turned it on for like 5 minutes, and it was on VH1. For the kids out there, VH1. I don't even know how to explain it. It used to be kind of like MTV, but then they switched over to what MTV is now.
They became MTV
before MTV became what it is now. So it was on, and it was the scene where Pennywise came through the drain of the shower, and I turned it off. I was like, nope, done. I was like, yep, I can't. I'm officially like afraid of clowns. And it wasn't until the new movie came out that I kind of like realized, oh, I'm not afraid of clowns anymore. I just like if someone came up to me in clown makeup, they're getting socked.
They start dancing like that in front of me too.
Oh my god, yeah.
I'll kick you in the
I
junk.
love the dance.
Kick you in the balls.
Yeah, that dance, it goes with everything I've seen on TikTok.
Oh my
It
god,
really
yes.
does, yeah.
I remember
I-
seeing
see-
it when I was really young. It was a rainy day, and Will, you probably remember him, Skylar. It was one of my first best friends in school growing up. I had to go over to his house after school one day, and it was just pouring ass rain. And he was like, "You want to watch it?" Now on VHS, mind you. So that was two cassettes.
The dual yeah.
So you had to watch one and then try to remember all of that while you rewound that tape, because we were like that. You had to rewind the tape before you put the new one in.
God forbid you didn't rewind the tape.
Yeah. I'm with other people's. I'm messing with other people's tapes here. Okay, so you're remembering that, then putting in the second one. So, and it was like perfect because it was already raining. So that first scene with Georgie, whatnot, it never fazed me. And not that there's anything against the new ones or whatever, but it's just it doesn't scare me. But I will tell you, the one clown that does creep me out a little bit is Art the Clown. That movie, I can't remember the name of it. It's just like a one-word title, but I think Tad, you might know who I'm talking about.
The Terrifier.
Terrifier, yeah,
Is that
that's
what it is?
The name?
Terrifier.
Oh
yeah.
my god. No, I couldn't bring myself to watch it.
I think it came out
love
like
that one.
2016.
Yeah, they're
2017.
making they're making a
probably
second
didn't
one.
see it.
That's the kind of action figure I want. Was one of those. I messed with my friend Obadiah
Oh my
all the
one
time.
with the
He's
got the
teeth.
sharp teeth or whatever.
Yeah,
I
it's
think so.
all-
Yeah.
Oh, man, yeah,
He's gnarly looking.
I've seen that makeup. It's
It's kind of funny. We're off topic, but I love this conversation.
Yeah.
I love where this is going. The one clown that still fucks me up is that one.
Oh, that's him, yeah.
The
Yeah.
one clown that still fucks me up, and it's not even like it's Twisty from American Horror Story.
Oh, that's a good one.
Right? That
Twisty was
his name.
kind of freaky. Yeah.
So like that's the one clown, like the one clown that still fucks me up. Like if I
Don
saw
Carroll Lynch,
someone
man.
like that, I might have to run.
Wasn't
Like,
that one
that's,
that was inspired by the Rob Zombie?
That was Captain Ahab, right?
Oh yeah.
I think
that was Captain
inspired-
Spaulding. Captain Ahab was something else.
Yeah.
Captain Ahab was Moby Dick.
Was
It was Moby Dick.
was Twisty inspired by Twisty was inspired by John Wayne Gacy?
I think so.
Yeah,
I
a
think
little
there
bit.
was. Yeah.
They had it was like the similar
was
look. Like he was a
tendencies
little
there.
heavier set. Yeah, and but like just that kind of like John Wayne Gacy, if I saw him, run. Same thing with Twisty. It's just it's that I can deal with like the clown that eats you because it's less realistic than like a clown that stabs the shit out of you in a park.
I mean, you never know.
Yeah, because I think about that all the time when I'm at a park. There's that fucking clown, dude.
Well, I walk past a storm drain. What's more realistic, like a clown in the sewer that's gonna like stretch his fucking mouth like a snake and eat your arm, or you looking down that drain and be like, wow, I wonder if there's a clown down there, and then a dude running up behind you and fucking stabbing the shit out of you.
I think of Charlie in the sewers in It's Always Sunny. That's what goes my mind. It's like, you want to put your clothes up here.
Oh, I love Charlie.
It's rarely the ones that you want to be iconic, like the Joker. Like
Yeah.
They're not frightening. You want to be a clown, kind of.
Yeah.
After seeing a Batman film or whatever. Anyway,
Speaking of which, got a nice little background TV going on there.
nice.
I was gonna ask.
Yeah, I
What do
had
you guys
to.
think of the Batman?
I love
those,
it.
those are going to be
one
some
of the
great
best
action.
one of the best movies I've ever seen. I think cinematically, I think it was just a beautiful movie.
I agree. Yeah. I would have gave it a
Yeah.
perfect 10 for the runtime, which is what got me to a 9.7.
Yeah.
Definitely good to pause it.
That's super specific. I'm very proud of you.
At like watching it at home, it's like there are parts that you could kind of just like you list off on just because it is so long.
Is it the
But
same length
at
that
the
they
same
have
time,
out
it's like,
now?
what's up?
Is it the same length as the movie runtime as it is now?
I
It's like
believe
2
so.
hours and
Okay.
50
I didn't know.
something
I didn't know if they cut it
Yeah.
short for after release. So, maybe.
I know sometimes I I've noticed this, and I don't know if it's maybe anticipation of watching the film and like a slight bit faster when you're watching it at home in comparison to watching it in theaters. I don't know if maybe it's just me, but I think they do kind of enhance it a smidge, you know. So it may be
kinda
like
like how
That could be.
slower.
kind of like how like the reverse of like when you see a band live and they speed up the song a little bit.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
Yeah. 100%. 100%.
You gotta get through the set.
Yeah.
I'm sweating my ass off up here.
I don't know. You know,
So,
when I saw it the second time
curious.
in IMAX, it did go by a little quicker for me, especially like when we finally got to the car chase, because that's like the midpoint. I think we can agree.
It's the
And
best.
when I saw
Yeah.
the car chase in IMAX and all that, I was like, man, we got here so much quicker than I thought. You know, because
Yeah.
I guess you didn't know what to anticipate the first time. Seeing it now, and the second time around, it's like, yeah. Wow, this really did happen so fast, and it's a great pace movie. Everything. It's the perfect movie this year.
Yeah, if it doesn't get at least nominated for an Oscar, I'm going to be pissed. I'm going to start like suspecting the Academy.
It will probably, like, if anything, some sort of cinematic award winning. I doubt they'll give it like a best actor award just because no superhero movie will get that.
Yeah.
But cinematography wise, I think it definitely deserves a nomination because it was so beautifully done. And I think we talked about it on the last episode about Batman. Just Gotham City alone was perfect. It's everything I wanted to be.
Yeah, and they just greenlit the sequel.
They did.
Nice. Hell yeah.
Yesterday.
Hell yeah.
Pumped for that. Yeah.
I'm excited to see that.
Now you got to like find a way to step up. Like that's going to be hard.
Well, I'm
Right.
glad we're starting with the Batman because man, TikTok has always somehow just been good to me. And I always like to see these ones that do like local businesses, and this one out in Kansas, it's called 1313 Mockingbird Lane Toys, and I was like, fucking great name. I'm gonna check it out. Because he did a little short video of his inventory and whatnot, but check it out online. So I did, and I stumbled upon one of the very first Batman action figures I had as a kid, and it always stuck out in my mind, and it just unlocked a childhood memory here because it's got these battle discs, and his suit was purple, and the cape was cloth. It was the only Batman figure I ever had that had cloth on it. I'm gonna send it to you, but this is
okay.
Kind of what it looks like. You'll have an idea.
Can't
I know
see
it's really
it.
hard. Yeah, I know it's tough.
No,
That's why we can take that part and you can like over this. That's everybody at home can see it.
So starting right now, it's gonna scroll slowly across the screen.
Yes,
This is what he was talking about.
As you can see, Exhibit A.
So I was gonna ask Josh, you didn't pick that up? You didn't go out and actually grab that guy from his store, or did you get anything else by any chance?
No, I'm thinking about buying that, but there was also a stamp that I sent to the front desk lady at our who I work for, and I said for my signature because it's Batman holding the Batarang like he's about to throw it.
There you go. There you go. I've been so since we're on the topic of just action figures and stuff, and I'm slowly in the process of collecting the Lightning series Ninja Turtles as Power Rangers.
That's sick,
so I'm currently waiting on Donatello to come. Wait, did they get the right? Donnie's the black one. I can never remember their names, so I'm so bad. I know Mikey and Wrath.
Donnie's purple.
Donnie's purple.
I thought
that's right.
Power Ranger. I don't know what he like. Which one he is?
I think he's the Black Ranger, so he should be here any day now. But I have one more. This one, Shredder as the Green Ranger.
The Green Ranger.
Yes.
Yeah,
that's a really good.
That's
Yeah.
such a cool.
So-
That's such a cool series.
it is such a great series. Yeah, it was one of my favorites. And when they announced that these guys are coming out, I'm like, I got to get my hands on them. So the only one I'm not going to get, and that's just because I don't know, I don't feel a need to have her, but it's April O'Neil as the Pink Ranger. I'm not like, don't really need
I'm
April.
okay
I don't
with
think she was an
that, though.
integral part to the,
It's weird that they have all the turtles as Rangers,
Yeah.
and then they just have Kimberly as Kimberly, or April as Kimberly.
Oh, well, April is just the Pink Ranger. I don't know why they gave her the Pink Ranger powers. It didn't make any sense, but
Is
Yeah,
Casey in the lineup? Or
if in
Casey
fact-
should be a putty. Just because the mask.
Casey should be a
He
buddy.
used to be
There you
Shredder,
go.
or not Shredder, but
Goldor or something.
something like that. Yeah.
Goldar.
Oh, Goldar. Yeah.
I literally just lost
Or-
my train of thought.
Yeah.
I don't think they had the other allies though. The Power Rangers themselves, unless they were actually Power Rangers.
The Gold Ranger. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, Casey could have been the White Ranger, but in this series, so this was a Boom Studios comic book. They actually had they cross universe, and the Rangers ended up in New York City. And Tommy, for some reason, was working with the Foot Clan. It was this whole situation where he lost his powers, and the powers were transferred to the Turtles. It's very good. If you ever get a chance to check it out, yeah,
I will.
it was pretty entertaining.
For sure.
But on that topic too, I had to bring this guy out. This is my original Power Ranger Morpher from the 90s, all chewed up and beat up and everything. Got that guy. There's a theme here if you can't tell. A battle damage Power Ranger Morpher, which I love, and then the movie Morpher. So just a smidge bit of a fan, you know.
Do you guys follow Jason David Frank on social media or anything like that?
Yeah.
I do, yeah.
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 Like he goes through his old vintage gear and everything. I was like, that's
Yeah.
really cool.
I love that he's got that
Green
cracked
Ranger
helmet.
helmet's all beat up.
What is it? Dinosaur, the black helmet he had, and it's got
Dino Thunder.
Dino
Yeah.
Thunder.
Dino Thunder, yeah.
He comes back and he's like a scientist or something. It's
Yeah,
pretty
he's
cool.
older
I remember
Tommy at
watching.
the
Yeah,
time.
he's-
I was in a laundromat watching this episode.
Or teacher.
All right.
Yeah.
On a Saturday, and I was like, "Oh wow, Tommy's back."
Yeah. But that's how they drew us back into the show. You know, they're always like, hey, we're going to bring back your favorite character. Like Adam would come back a ton. You know, he came back
Oh, I watch
in
those all the
space. He
time.
came back in RPM, you know. So it was like they knew how to bring us back. And even to this
I think
day,
Lost in Space was my favorite.
And to,
We're not
like,
talking about Power Rangers specifically, but I think Lost in Space was my favorite.
Lost Galaxy,
Yeah.
that one.
Is that what it
Yeah,
was?
Yeah.
And like for
That-
continuity,
Oh,
like they had to
yeah.
fix
Yeah.
Adam's morpher.
Yeah.
I remember him
Yeah,
when they
this
brought
is,
him back.
I'm
Oh,
a
yes,
Oh.
dude.
Remember him?
I love
yeah.
And
Magnum Defender.
and like even now, well, not now, but a couple years ago when they came out with the movie, they brought all the original Rangers back into the movie.
No,
Short
They brought
clips.
back-
sorry,
They were there
they
for
brought
sure,
back
yeah.
Yeah.
Tommy and
Kimberly.
Kimberly,
Yeah.
but they would have brought back everybody if they had.
And I liked
Green
his
Light
long
for the
hair look
second movie.
too. That was pretty cool to see him with the long hair again. That was.
Oh, he
that was
did
pretty
have the
cool.
long hair too. I
Who?
forgot about that.
That was
Tommy
a
did?
deleted
in the-
scene,
in the-
yeah.
in the-
Yeah.
in the-
When I saw that, I
end
was
when
like, you
there's
know
Thor,
what? I would have
well,
rather.
there was another scene with.
Oh,
them, and
yeah.
it was a longer scene. Sorry.
Yeah. Did anybody else bring anything to the table today? Anybody have any fun little toys with you?
I no longer have a lot of my action figures, and the ones that
He
I
was-
still had,
Yeah.
I've given to my son, and we are in the process of moving at the moment. So digging something out would have been counterproductive.
Yeah. Oh,
But I
100%,
got
yeah.
tons of memories.
On the
Yeah.
on the topic of like moving and cleaning, I cleaned out my storage unit over the weekend, and I found my
There it
my
is.
legacy
Nice.
my legacy morpher with my with the mastodon coin, and my kids actually play with all the rest of the coins now. Like they collect them and they exchange them. But yeah, it was cool to find something I thought I'd lost.
Yeah.
Because like moving from one place to another, then out of Florida, having to get a storage unit. So I mean,
Oh.
it was so cool finding, and then I found like a whole bunch of pop figures that I've had over the years, and gifted those to my kids because they love the little characters.
My I don't have it out here with me, but I think my most, I guess, valuable one to me is a Spawn Art of Spawn action figure still in the cage.
Wow.
He's got like I can't remember exactly, but I got it a long time ago. Like I was like, this might be worth something. Tad's the biggest Spawn nut that I know, He painted me. He painted me a Spawn painting. As a matter of fact.
Oh yeah.
I wish I could find it. I know I have it still. It's just busting it out somewhere. But.
Yeah, Ted. I know Josh has been gushing over your artistic abilities, and he's hoping to get a what was it, a Daredevil painting? Is that right, Josh?
Yeah, he's got one on his Instagram.
Grab this phone.
Right. Oh yeah.
And the one on Instagram, I told him the night I actually went over there and recorded with him. I was like, Tad, I saw that one because he added me on Instagram.
Hell yeah!
Yeah,
look at that.
Really
that's
good. Look
crazy.
That's badass.
Awesome.
Dude, that's awesome.
It glows in the dark.
It glows in the dark.
That's badass.
Yeah. That's awesome. Josh, did you get that Lego set by any chance, or were you? Is that the Tumblr one?
Oh yeah, no, I got it. It's right here, still in the box.
They're not hearing me.
All right.
Because
that's crazy.
Nice.
Yeah, it was only like $50 at Walmart. See, my original intent was to get the bill from the Batman, but it sold out. I was like, "Who's got $99?" Yeah. It's the Lego set. It comes with the Scarecrow as well.
I was gonna ask, was that the Scarecrow on the cover or not?
Awesome.
Yeah.
Put that together.
There he is, right there.
Dude. All right.
Yeah, I'm saving that for if I have to get surgery.
Right on.
Need something to do while you're laid out.
Yeah. If my fingers, get blisters from playing guitar, I got to do something else.
There you go.
I got blisters on me fingers, so I'm gonna build Legos.
Well,
Josh, you had mentioned Batman earlier. I remember one of the first action figures I ever had that was like legit, something I was excited about. Batman Returns had just come out, and so I forget the company that made them, but I wound up getting lucky once. It wasn't even Christmas. Like I think my grandparents bought it for me, but it was the Bat Wing.
Shit! Yes. Yeah, I remember that.
It came with a Batman, but I wound up like losing that one. But I had like the Arctic suit. Batman had a white suit on.
That's cool,
dude. I was stoked about that. And then I lost his cape because it had like a horseshoe clip that it would clip on the back of the neck.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, playing with it as a kid.
I remember I had the it was the Batman Forever Batwing. Remember that, like where the wings would actually detach? You can use it as the bat sub. Yeah, I had that for a minute, and then I definitely threw that away after leaving outside in the rain or something.
It's falling apart and stayed that way.
Yeah, just lost all the pieces.
I actually had from Star Wars Episode 2, Obi-Wan's his ship from and I took that into a pool and I just left it in the pool, and when they closed the pool, it was just fucking gone forever. I don't know who let me bring it into the pool because it was like the coolest thing. But yeah, it was just I don't know.
I remember Papa Abuela got you Woody and Buzz, the actual like big figure size for
that's cool.
It got that, and I was so jealous of you. Here you are, this little fucking 3-year-old walking around with this Woody and Buzz, and I'm like, you motherfucker.
Those were my favorite because it was like legitimately like the actual like the stuffed Woody. I don't think it had the pull string, but it was like the legitimate like stuffed Woody, and then the actual plastic Buzz, and they were like this big, and it was so cool. Just being able to like act out fucking Toy Story in my fucking 3-year-old brain,
singing the song.
Yeah.
I did it terribly, so we won't get. Yeah.
We don't want to scare off our viewers yet.
No, it's true.
Yeah. We don't want to get copyright infringement either. So that's perfect.
That's it. Yeah.
Well, like one of the biggest things.
You changed it up just right.
One of the biggest things, like in the '90s, is especially when you would go to fast food chains and get the kids meal. And like the
Yeah.
Inspector Gadget, where you had to piece it together, you had to do like 8 trips in order to piece them all together, and I never got it accomplished. It was probably I got like the head and the torso, and I never got anything else.
Dude, McDonald's Happy Meal toys were the fucking thing back in the 90s.
Gold Pokemon cards or gold.
Oh
Yes.
my god!
You know, I have
dude.
a Pikachu around here somewhere.
I have
The
I am so
99
pissed.
cent Batman cups.
See,
they used to actually give out real Hot Wheels back in the day.
Yes.
I just got one for my son the other day, and it's made out of plastic. It's got like stickers, and I'm sure it's like an older one because I think they were doing Sonic the Hedgehog actually currently.
Yeah.
But man, I looked at it. I was just like, man, this is crap. You know?
Yeah.
This is not
Paying
good.
$10 for a Happy Meal. I'm getting a plastic toy. Come on.
They probably they ran into a lawsuit because some kid fucking threw a Hot Wheel at someone's head and it busted them open.
Yeah, that reminds me too. My wife was. I told her about the topic tonight, and my wife was like, "Do you remember those sky dancers?" And I was just like, "Sky dancers," and she's like, "The ones you could like pull a zip tie or maybe it was
The zip
mechanical.
cord,
and it would just fly off." I said, "Yeah." She's like, "They had to recall." I think she said like 8.5 million like of those action figure things because they were causing injuries from lacerations.
Oh jeez.
Kids were losing eyeballs.
Huh.
I'm not even shitting you. And,
oh my god.
Broken ribs. They
What?
caused broken ribs, bro.
My god.
I don't get it.
Someone must have been like Beyblade style, like let it rip.
Yeah,
like the
a
Rock was just pulling that shit.
or like a BB gun you kept pumping up.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Hook it up to a drill.
Oh my god, broken ribs, lost eyes.
Lost eyeballs. There's a
Oh,
kid
I
out
can
there
I
right
can
now,
understand
so
the
he's not a
lost
kid
eyeballs
anymore,
because
right?
yeah,
He's like
right.
an adult. He's
That's
like,
what I
"So
think
how'd
in
you
Nerf
lose your eye
guns.
or whatever."
You remember the
bar
Sky
somewhere.
Dancers?
Do you want to know how I lost my eye?
Yeah,
Cue flashback. Cue flashback.
Oh, that's good.
He's walking through a park. He sees a kid playing with sky dancers. No.
My brother was a drinker of juice and a fiend.
And a theme.
he'd have like that eye patch like the McCoyle brother does. After he lost his eye. What's wrong with it? Look at it.
I tell you what, my wife was never traumatized by Barbies until recently. She was giving my daughter a bath and they were playing rocket ship with the Barbies, and the Barbie's arm went straight up her nose. So I could probably throw Barbies into the hazardous toy bin there.
Well, at least it wasn't the Eddie Murphy version of that story, in the tub. If you guys,
Oh, yeah.
or Raw, whichever one it was.
Yeah, Joe was swimming underwater.
I'm talking about.
Yeah, he wants to find out where the bubbles is coming from. And then his brother's in the tub with him and he goes, and then a big brown shark came.
Brown shark. That's dark. That's no,
dark,
have you never
dark
seen
shit.
it? The funniest. That's the funniest stand-up.
Oh man, fucking Eddie Murphy, man! Holy crap!
Oh. So on a less funny note, I had a lot of hand-me-down toys from because I had one of the few privileges of having a young stepfather. He had a lot of toys from when he was growing up in the 80s. So he had the die-cast Transformers, like the metal Transformers.
Oh yeah,
dude.
That you used to have to if they were so old that you used to have to really pull to get them to move and transform, but they were so cool because they were just blocky, but you could pull them and make them into the Transformers. Then you had to really try to fold them back, but that was I guess predating the Bionicles and definitely predating Bionicles, but before you got away from the blockiness of toys and there weren't joints. It was just sliding metal shafts.
Hinges. Lots of hinges.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
my God, pinching yourself
dude.
while like trying to clip it back
You get those
together.
blood
and-
blisters.
Yeah.
Like, on your thumb?
yeah.
I can't tell you how many times
And then,
I
like-
just go ahead and pierce it. And it's like, no, I
Yeah,
got shit to do.
definitely.
Like,
And
games.
like some of our generation is like, oh, Legos, you step on a Lego. You ever step on like a metal transformer and like just like pierces through your foot? I've had to pull a couple metal transformers out of my feet.
No, thank you. No bueno.
And those and the metal
Yeah, dude.
airplanes,
Now, the
like
metal
the fighter
airplanes
jets.
got me all the
Oh my
time.
God, I stepped on
Yeah.
a fin a couple times.
When I went,
They
when
don't
I
make
Forgot
go
toys
about
like
it.
they used
Oh,
to.
they
Dennis, they made those little styrofoam ones you
Murderous.
make, like the ones you get at dollar store. Every time I go to the dentist and I get a leave
Oh,
little
yeah.
fries, I'd get that little carb or the styrofoam one and then throw it as soon as I got out of the office and boom, bash it and it just crushed in many pieces.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Or
Or
Toys R Us had the big styrofoam. ones that,
Yeah.
like made out
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
life type of
Man,
styrofoam.
And then
You
you
know-
got the giant rubber band. You can sling that shit.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You remember, speaking
or
of
just, like,
Toys
go ahead
R
and
Us,
Or
somebody
get
with
the
it.
rubber band back in your eyeball as you're trying
Yeah.
to do it.
slapped you right in the face.
Karma.
I'm starting to realize I know why we're all so fucked up because toys were awful when we were
Yeah.
kids.
Well, you know, and it's like, you remember, I don't know
They
if
were
it
awful
happened.
to us, but they were still awesome to us.
They
Think
made
about-
us who we are today.
I don't know if
We're
it
not soft.
happened with you guys, but at the Toys R Us around here when we had one still growing up, they had those Animorph contests where you had to try to be the quickest to put it from human to creature and back. You ever had those?
Hey
We
Josh.
didn't have that by us.
Hey Josh, what the hell's a Toys R Us?
Yeah. Well, okay. Yeah. Hi. I'm
Well,
here.
let me sing you the theme song. Hold on.
You can't get sued by a company that doesn't
We
exist
run,
anymore.
we jump, we
Yeah.
swim and
No,
play.
actually, they are coming back.
Are they?
Yeah, in
Yeah.
select areas.
The first Toys R Us
Oh,
to
really?
reopen actually opened up in New Jersey, Brandon. Up in what is it? It's up in Freehold, I think. Actually, they're one of those. It's one of those newer malls they built. It has like a roller coaster on the inside
Damn.
and stuff.
I know
Probably
there's
had a
a
hand in it.
I know there's a Toys R Us around the corner from where I work, and that place looks like a ghost town.
Yeah, no,
It's so sad.
when I come out in July, we'll go. So
All
I
right.
want to see this place. Apparently, there is one like another mall that was built that has like a whole bunch of like I said, a roller coaster. I think they're building a water park inside and stuff. It's like
Jesus.
they're
What?
new
That
malls,
sounds
yeah,
just like Mall
And
Order.
Yeah, that's-
what you're
it's- yeah.
and what
That's
you're
a
saying
lot of places are doing now, though.
and what you're saying is you and I are going to go to Toys R Us and we're going to tell the kids to kick rocks, right?
Yeah, right.
Oh yeah, totally.
Get out of this
Get
house,
outta here.
man.
You don't understand.
This is my childhood. Get out of here.
We
Jeffrey
the Giraffe.
Jeffrey
Jeffrey
Giraffe.
Giraffe. Fuck that guy. Piece of shit.
He let his whole company go under.
It's his fault.
That's what happens
It's
when
all
you put
his
a
fault.
giraffe
No,
in
giraffes
charge
and
of
cam-
marketing.
He should have had a camel.
Brandon, do you remember going to the Toys R Us in Times Square and they had the huge Jurassic Park section and you got like the shit scared out of you?
I don't know. Jurassic
No.
Park, listen, Jurassic Park is a very traumatic part of my childhood. You know this.
Yeah, so the Times Square Toys R Us, it was huge. So it was 3 stories. Bottom floor was all video games. It was amazing. Literally, I'd never seen a store so big, just full of video games. Second floor was kind of like, actually, maybe it was 4 floors. I'm sorry. Second floor was your entryway, checkout point, some candy shops. Third floor was like Babies R Us, little kids' toys, and then the very top floor was all the actual big kid toys, and they had a full section dedicated to Jurassic Park with a giant animatronic T-Rex that you had to walk under to get to the toys. It was one of the coolest experiences. The very far end, they had like Brandon's favorite section. It was the giant Barbie's life-size dollhouse, So I mean, like,
You know what I did with those?
Oh yeah.
The old doll lover.
There you go.
Yeah.
It was awesome, and I definitely I
didn't
I
know
missed
what
that place.
I didn't know what women felt like, so it just felt real to me.
Oh wow!
At the time, I mean,
Are we
it was
gonna have
the
to cut
90s,
that?
right?
We
So
should cut
it was
that.
late
Oh, the
90s, so it was all
paperboy.
plastic anyway.
Ferraris and Diablos.
Are we
Speaking of
recording?
plastic, have you guys seen Madonna lately?
No,
And
and
what
I'm
she's
glad I
looking
haven't.
Oh
I
my
haven't,
god!
bro.
Google
It's
her.
like Dolly Parton even. Like,
Well,
have you
Dolly
seen-
Parton
she
had
doesn't
work
age.
for
Yeah.
sure, but she doesn't
Dolly-
look anything like
You so
Madonna does right now.
you okay? So you've seen her. What she looks
Yes.
like? It's scary.
She looks
Nothing
terrible.
like she looks terrible. She looks
Truthfully,
nothing like the
she could
Madonna you
be-
remember her.
She could be anybody else.
Yeah,
And just like we just call her Madonna. She's taking
Yeah.
on the Madonna alias.
yeah.
It's like
Ooh,
it's
but
like
no,
it's
even-
like the it's like the cloning conspiracies where it's just like, oh, it's not really Madonna, it's just someone who looks like
Brandon,
Madonna.
no lie.
I don't know,
I'm gonna
man.
look her
Some
up.
of those seem. I'm gonna be honest with you. Joe Biden doesn't look like Joe Biden. And two minor details that you guys can take a look at that most people don't look at because it's just the way it is.
Oh,
That's her, yeah.
Yeah,
she looks like a
Madonna
Barbie.
now.
She looks like a 1990s Barbie doll.
Yeah,
Probably
it's
smells like a 1990s Barbie doll too.
She's going to be in another Fast and the Furious film, but they actually go back to street racing.
trying to get that glare out of there so you can kind of
I
see
mean,
it. But yeah,
the glare is only helping her.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's,
yeah,
it's
Yeah,
It really
because
is.
it's like it looks like she got her eyes closed in that one.
she pretty much does. Ooh, this one's really bad.
Too much Botox. Oh, oh.
Yeah.
No.
She just woke up.
Oh
Yeah.
wow, that's wow, dude. Wow.
That kind of stuff makes me think. That kind of stuff makes me think lizard people are real.
She
Yeah.
she used to be hot.
She used to. She
I-
was
I-
hot
she
up
used
until
to
like
be,
10
yeah.
years ago. Up until about 10 years ago.
It's like her gap, the tooth gap. It's like it got bigger and bigger and bigger. I could, if I can, never mind. I'll totally get you guys. Yeah, no. It looked like she could like squirt water through it. But, like, it was like a pressure hose.
Oh yeah, she'd be.
Speaking of
she
Jurassic
long
Park,
distance. Oh, yeah.
Like not a professional gleeker, but oh,
So we were talking about
Oh,
toys.
yeah.
Do you guys remember
Toys.
Yeah.
Sticks?
Stay.
Yeah, you just go outside and play with
Yeah.
sticks.
I love
Madonna
sticks
has
and
toys,
wheels. I
right?
love those.
Sticks were the best toys. You find one that looks
They
like a
really
gun,
were.
looks like a sword.
I got a
got a whole
slingshot
gun
stick
sword.
thing on my
Yeah.
counter right now.
Final
A
Fantasy,
gun
you
sword,
know,
yeah.
gun blade.
There you go.
No, they,
Well, you know, it was funny. So I had some family members that owned like a arts and crafts store. Will, you probably remember it. Tad, you too. It was the cow house down here in Bascom.
Yeah.
The house that was painted like a cow.
I know of
Oh
it.
yeah.
I know of it. I never got to go in.
Me either.
Yeah.
Never had a
Well,
chance.
my aunt and uncle and they owned it, and they
You caught that, Brandon? I was totally like, looking up at Tad and Will as they're talking. I'm looking up at Josh as he's talking, and nobody caught that.
Ours is actually a bar.
Oh, okay.
That's
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, we're
unfortunate.
doing this right here.
Oh, that's funny.
But
So
our-
Anyway.
they made
yeah,
they made things out of wood and everything, and one of the things they carried were these little handguns. Like it was made out of wood, but it had a clothespin and a rubber band on it,
Yeah.
yes, sir.
and it stretched far enough, and you would just hold it, and you would hold it like a gun, and you would have the little trigger, and it would open up the clothespin. And
That
shoot
must
the,
must be a southern thing, because when I went to North Carolina last, I saw some of them things like that, and you'd never
Yeah.
find one of those things up north.
It's a novelty.
well,
I
now
think it's a
they're
novelty thing.
insanely different. I just saw a kid a couple of weeks ago at a festival that had like a crossbow, like Daryl Dixon on The Walking Dead. And he's just, and it's got like 5 on either side, and I was like, that's a rubber band gun, dude.
I thought you were gonna say like I saw some kid with like an AK-47 and it looked so real.
Probably was.
They got him looking like a Gatling gun with those things. It's like little mini rubber
Jesus
bands that
Christ.
starts from the front, works its way to the back. It's crazy.
Made
It's
out
all
of
made
little
out of
tack
wood,
nails.
dude.
Yeah. Well, I remember back in school, you used to have those people called them the Hornets, where they just folded up a piece of paper 100 times. They
Wasps.
stuck a wasp. That's what they call
Yeah.
it. They stuck a paper clip through it and like shot it at you with a fucking rubber band.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, that was a Hornet. Yes, when you wrap fold a piece of paper up, put a paper clip inside. That was called a Hornet because it would sting you.
Yeah,
but a wasp would be the regular one without
just a regular piece of paper. Yeah. Then you had the fucking psychopaths who had the fucking paper clip through it.
Yeah, dude. I remember
we were so fucked up.
We
were bored.
Yeah,
we're just trying to get people's eyes out.
So we had to do something.
We had attention disorders and all that jazz.
Yeah.
And atypical schooling. With truthfully, I don't think it's actually an attention disorder. More or less, we were just fucking bored.
Yeah.
And school didn't apply to kids with lesser attention spans on books and more attention spans on hands-on type activities.
Yeah.
Oh, totally.
So we would find these hands-on type activities by making them out of paper and pencils and paper clips. And
I mean, paper football.
Shit from the
paper football. Like now they took all the fun out of paper football. Now they just like sell you a plastic football and call it a paper football.
Yeah.
Like the fuck is that?
It's not the same. Have you
ever flicked those things? And your nail just like
because like you'd make it so thick that it's just like it actually hurt, like you'd bruise your fingernail doing it.
Or you're trying to get some lift underneath it, so you're getting like straight underneath, and instead of hitting the paper, you hit the desk. Like, oh man! And then you have to go in the the IR for like 2 weeks because you broke your fucking finger playing paper football, and forget about it. There goes my next season.
They just can't figure out how to make football safer.
Yeah, I know. I mean,
I don't know how old you guys are really, but
Tad's old, so
I'm old. So we were so bored. We were like we would have pencil breaking competitions.
Okay.
Like with number 2 pencils, and flick it hard enough to break the other person's pencil. Sometimes though, we were doing thumps where you had to hold the defender would have to hold their hand
like
just
bloody
like
knuckles, but thump. That's what it's called. Stomp.
And you would thump so hard, taking turns. And if the other guy flinched or whatever, they had a second turn. If they flinched again, they had a third turn. And they just won.
We had
bloody knuckles.
Bloody knuckles. Slaps. Slaps was a good one.
Okay, so we're talking about this. I do have a question talking about like childhood stupid games that you played for physical abuse or whatever.
Dirt Clod.
Was it popular? Was it popular up north, or I guess they called it necking or neck or whatever, where like somebody would come up behind you and just
necking
chop you right in the
necking. Yeah. So you guys would chop. So you're saying you're necking, you'll go up and so our necking would just be straight up slapping the back of someone's neck.
Okay, that was called a redneck for us.
Okay, no, I mean
we have those around.
Yeah, you guys got a lot.
I won't lie to you. If somebody tried slapping me in the back of the neck, I probably would have punched him in the face.
Yeah,
dude. I mean, but here's the thing. Here's the thing, though. That's what like you would think what would happen, but when you're in a school where literally like you're walking down the hall and you would see someone who's like just not paying any attention, and his buddy's behind him, like, oh shit, he's about to get necked, and straight up just like like you get him, they're like, oh come on man, like what the fuck, Yeah, so like you're always on alert. I bring my hoodie and my book bag. I'm like, I'm not getting fucking necked today. Fuck this shit.
Real damage.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my god, judo chop.
You hit like You hit like right here on the neck.
The nerve.
Oh yeah.
Like right there, right before the neck starts, you could really knock somebody out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It causes like blood loss to the brain for a split second or whatever, and it can cause you to pass out. Yeah.
Damn, I wish I made someone pass out.
See, and then
I feel like I did with the turkey tapping. We did that.
Oh yeah, get hit in the nutsack. Yeah.
Oh Jesus. See, we were all just violent because of like in elementary school it was like bloody knuckles and slaps, and then when we got to high school it was like, oh, Want a slap box?
Straight up
Let's do
fight.
body shots.
Slap
like
box. Oh
slap
my
boxing
God.
and body
Yeah,
shots in the
let me-
in the football locker room. That's what would go on. Like after practice, like everybody's staying behind till like 6 o'clock at night. And it's like, oh, we're slap boxing. And then shit would get too personal, and everybody slapped the shit beat the shit out of each other eventually.
I slapped the shit out of somebody my freshman year in football. It was before practice, and I was basically just like in my bottoms and my socks, and I saw this guy in the hall, ran up to him, slapped him, and I ran away. But as I'm running away, I turned the corner, slipped and fell and shit my pants. That was
What's that game called? What's that game
there.
called?
That was a big turn of events, man. That was
That's called the hit and slide.
the hit and slide.
Mudslide.
I can't do
Does he say
it off the
mudslide?
ground. Can somebody just drag me?
Oh man, Dom won it mudslide again. He's a reigning champ.
I was the champ. That's for sure. That's for sure.
No one wants to play him.
So that actually brings me back. So summertime toys or whatever.
Yeah.
The slip and slide. And
I
must have been like 8 or 9, and I was visiting my dad in St. Louis, and they got me a Super Soaker 100.
Oh
It
man.
was like the blue and white one with the the orange trim.
Yeah.
And I was stoked.
Fucking Super Soakers, man. They just started coming back. Like I feel like they were off the shelves for a long time. And recently I was in the store and I saw this I was in Target that had a full display for Super Soakers. I was like, holy shit, I need one. I can buy one now. I'm an adult. I need one. My wife's like, put it back.
I feel like Nerf did the same thing though, like because Nerf guns, they were kind of popular for a second, faded out, and they started doing the footballs with the whistles and shit.
Yeah.
Well, honestly, I mean,
like,
maybe in the South, but up in like where I was at, our Toys R Us literally had a constant Nerf section going always.
Really?
Yeah, it was. I mean, it got to the point where my brother and I, when we were in high school, got to the point where like every 2 or 3 weekends we're buying Nerf guns just so we can actually like fuck around with each other. We would go up to the Poconos in the mountains where my buddy lived, and we would have like full-on wars. Like we would have cartons full of bullets and stuff, and block off different sections of the house. It was amazing. We're like 18 years old, fucking playing with Nerf guns.
Yeah. See, I just skipped over Nerf guns and went straight for like airsoft. So
I love airsoft.
Me and my buddies were just running out into the woods, fucking shooting each other with airsoft guns.
See, the only thing I didn't care for airsoft guns was just the beads were just so I don't know. Maybe I was a little bitch. They didn't hurt, but I feel like there was they went everywhere. They're messy. I could not stand that.
Yeah. My point of
you drop it on your carpet, forget about it.
Oh yeah,
I remember them for fucking 10 years.
You had BBs all over your fucking house.
All over the room, dude. Yeah, it was terrible.
But
I felt bad for my mom for that one reason. It's like they're such a mess.
Because then you're vacuuming and you hear that and it like fucks up the belt.
Yeah.
My point of pride with airsoft was I had friends with money, so it was like they had the airsoft guns that were like 500 feet per second. So it was like and then the shotguns that like shoot 3 bursts.
That was awfully familiar. Yeah.
So like before we all went out, it's like, okay, well, you got to take some shots before we go out, like to see if you could handle it. And we go like point blank and fucking shoot each other from like a couple feet away.
Of course, you can't handle it that close.
Yeah, no.
One of my favorite
paintball.
But no, those Super Soakers, I love that backpack. When they on Nickelodeon, they'd always show the backpack.
Yes, dude. The backpack.
I was gonna say, so Super Soakers are getting big, but I have 2 sons between 1 and 3. They're dumbing it down. It's not Super Soakers where you had to work anymore. It's you just pull a straw back and it holds water and you push it.
Oh yeah,
those are amazing. Like
like a pool toy, you literally just suck up like a big.
You can't pump it up.
I can't.
Yeah. You just pull it and then spray it. But the best is when your kid thinks they're looking into a pool noodle, and you just fucking push it. Well, that's what we used to have to do. Now they made it easy.
Oh yeah,
you used to have to inhale chlorine water just to prank somebody.
Yeah.
I
This
mainly
is
just
what's
use.
wrong with us.
Hey,
This was supposed to.
We're gonna talk through it. It's my turn first.
Yeah.
though.
Yeah. This
Uh,
was supposed to be reminiscing, but now I'm just finding out that the reason we're all fucked up is because we were stepping on metal toys and getting like lead poisoning and inhaling chlorine water.
Yeah.
dude, I love
Passing the time
eating
at
paint
school.
chips.
Paint chips. I'm no
Paint
lie,
chips.
peeling latex paint chips or paint off of doors over at Grandma and Grandma.
That was
That
yeah.
was very entertaining. That could keep a kid with ADHD back in the 90s. That could keep them
probably
occupied.
what caused the ADHD.
That's
Most
probably
likely.
what caused it.
Anything built before the 70s,
Yeah.
built before the 70s, all that lead's still in there.
Oh yeah.
Get that
It's still in
leady
the back of my
goodness.
skull too.
Yeah, we would peel it off the radiator out in the back because it would line the entire windows at our high school in the
Oh.
classrooms. And that's why I always sat there by the window at the radiator so I could peel off all the paint.
Mr. Santor's class. Yeah, that was bad
Science
for it.
class.
So you guys went to an old school as well?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Just I mean, Brandon, I don't know how long Central was open for, but I mean, my school in my district was built in like the early 1900s, so there was a lot of lead paint on the walls still.
Yeah, Central was 60s, I think.
Okay.
So it was much late. I mean, there were probably still some lead paint, but a lot of it was brick. So
Yeah.
Did they repaint over your brick after the last 100 years, time and time again?
Yeah.
we had
It was the locker
we
room
had the
specifically
like
that was repainted.
we had like the brick hallways and shit. So it was just like it felt
Yeah,
like we were in a prison.
It
Or
did-
you
But
were.
that's nothing. Yeah,
Typical
basically.
cinder block
Yeah.
structure.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, they went the cheap route. That's I think that was pretty much everything. That part of your school was probably built much further after the initial school was built.
Yeah. We had there was
Wrestling
3
arena.
extensions on my school. One was like not long before I went there. So there was a lot of different sections in our school.
We also had trailers.
Yeah.
We had little portables that we would go to
Oh,
classes
yeah.
in too.
Mm.
I remember
What's
reading a
up, Rick?
book about one of our summer reading books was a book
About the poor?
what? About the poor. That was about it was about a kid who went to school in Florida, and he went to school in one of those portables. It was a kid who looked up at a solar eclipse and lost his eyesight.
What?
Yeah.
That's a book you read?
Yeah.
It's really inspiring.
It sounds like a
actually.
book about the poor.
It was about the poor. It was he wanted to be a soccer player, but he had to wear those thick ass glasses. He wanted to be a soccer player, but he had to wear those thick ass glasses, and they were like, "Oh, you can't play soccer," and it was just like an overcoming like adversity kind of book.
Sounds like
Like
a
you're
little
describing
bitch.
Lucas right now.
That's
It was-
something. See, I was gonna say he sounds like a little bitch, but I know seriously. I mean, when I was a kid, I'd stare at the sun. I don't know if you guys did that too or not.
Oh yeah,
but
100%.
I mean,
What else are you
so
gonna do
why
on a
not?
sunny day?
Why aren't we blind? And then there's these,
Oh, I pretty
these
much am.
random cats that are like super blind or completely.
What did they
blind
look at to become
entirely?
blind, right? If we started
Yeah.
blind, you know?
I mean, but it's
I
solar
think-
eclipse.
Madonna,
think-
maybe?
I think what made them
Madonna.
blind. I
She
think
looks
what they
super attractive.
I think what made them blind was child abuse, but they blamed it on the sun.
Right.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
You're onto something.
Yeah, yeah.
You couldn't handle your dad whipping the shit out of you, so you went blind.
Oh, I'm having
what-
flashbacks.
Josh, I know you said you had one more question you want to touch upon real quick. What you got?
Yeah, well, this one, it might be a little harder for you guys. I've been thinking about this one, but childhood toy you remember but you never got.
Oof.
Ooh.
Heartbreaking.
This is the heartbreaking one. You gotta
Yeah.
end it with the heartbreaker.
Childhood toy that I always wanted but never got.
Who wants to go
So-
first?
The one that got away.
The one that got away. Man.
I'm just thinking. Who's above me?
Well, I'll tell you one that I've.
No,
You're below.
We're all in the
You're
bottom.
This is one that
I will be to
I
your
don't have
right.
a lot of action figures, but it's a John
Oh,
McClane.
nice.
John
Yeah, John
McClane. Nice. Yeah.
He's got a
just-
really good pop collection.
It's decent.
You've got that Iron Man in there too.
Yeah, this one's the most. I don't have a big pop collection, but
Oh hell yeah. Is that
Yeah.
Endgame? Yeah.
that's
Nice.
But anyway, I don't know. We had trampolines. You had go karts.
Well, I fixed that go kart.
A toy that I never got.
That was
That's a
that was
tough
like a
question.
freebie, and I fixed it.
Yeah, that is a tough one. I think for me, I never actually had super soakers growing up. We always had the really like cheap dollar store water guns, but all my friends had the super soakers. So I'd probably say the backpack super soaker is like the one thing I always wanted to have growing up as a kid. Yeah, because it also made me feel like a Ghostbuster. So I remember playing with my buddies, and I felt like a Ghostbuster when I had it in my hands. So
I think that's got to be actually the one that got away from me was the proton pack.
Yeah,
it was like original, like it was. Looking back on it, it was like a hollowed out PVA plastic like backpack.
Yeah,
but it had the crank on it and the foam stuff that Nerf's made out of for the photon beam. Just I missed that. I missed that out. I missed out on that one. That was really cool.
I gotta say, you remember the Spider-Man gloves that had the silly string that you could spray out?
Yeah.
I wanted those, and just never happened.
It wasn't as special as you would think, Brandon, because really you would spray it a couple times and the can would die.
Yeah,
and then you're like left without a can, and then
but the
you have to go out and
commercial-
buy another. It's $20, and yeah.
But the commercial made it look so cool. So it was like I could be Spider. And that was right when Spider-Man, like the first Spider-Man movie came out.
Yeah. No,
So it was like the coolest thing ever was just like I could be Spider-Man and fucking.
Yeah, and prank people.
It's thwip, by the way, Brandon. It's not. It's thwip.
Well, the can would have went not thwip.
No.
How do you guys?
Yeah, but you would say
it's go web go.
Yeah.
I would have I would have 100% gone go web go.
Go web go. Fly. up and away web.
Fly away.
Yeah. So good.
That would have been a great part in No Way Home, though, for them to talk about, be like, yeah, I tried all different ways,
Yeah.
Like
Toby
all
was
those
the
little
only one that
conversations they
didn't
could
have
have.
the.
Yeah, Toby's the
They have
only
to
one
build
who
it,
didn't have to make it. He just had fucking.
Yeah.
I might go back in there and act and like edit in just him as they're jumping off the scaffolding at the Statue of Liberty, just in the background, hear him go web go as they're all three jumping off.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
Right.
Or
Josh, you didn't give us one.
Okay, well, mine, this one is not so much a toy, but a board game. I was a really big fan of Jumanji. Robin Williams was a lot of our childhoods, and I would ask for it for everything. Christmas, birthday, anytime. It's like if you were going to buy something, get me the Jumanji board game. Now, it's back on the shelf, but it's not what it looked like when I was a kid. And I don't know if it would still have that that luster to it that I would want.
There's got to be a replica of it.
Oh yeah.
Somebody sells.
You might be able to find that.
I'm sure it's a pretty penny or whatever.
Shit, I'm gonna go on Etsy right now so we can find that.
Do you guys remember Street Sharks?
Real quick.
I wanted the Street
Y'all
Sharks.
remember the
Yes.
Y'all remember the Yak Backs, right?
Yak Back? Yeah.
From Home Alone. Home Alone 2
Where you talked
specifically.
and it talked. What are we talking about?
Yeah.
Oh
The
yes.
silver and blue thing. So,
Yes. Yeah.
Fun fact, that didn't exist.
Yeah.
That was a prop.
I don't know.
And so much of the crew and the crew members' kids, I think it was their kids, were making such a big fuss out of the fact that they didn't have one of those in real life. Somebody actually made one. And
That's
then
amazing.
that fulfilled a bunch of kids' dreams of following Christmas.
So I found the Jumanji board game collector's replica on Amazon. But you're gonna have to drop a pretty penny there, bud. thing is going for $145.
I mean, it could be worse. It could be worse.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to
You
say
could get
grand.
sucked into
I would
the
actually
game.
spend $150 on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would drop
Look at that.
150
They got-
and it better.
Oh,
It better
it's
have
got a
the-
card.
Yeah. Carved card
Yeah.
figures. That's
That's
pretty.
cool.
That's
For
pretty
150
awesome.
bucks, it's also going to need to do the drum beat too.
That's badass.
Like
Nah,
drums.
that's worth
Gotta draw
150
me
right
in.
there.
Yeah.
That's worth
No, I
150
mean,
right there.
Okay, I
pretty
think
cool.
I have mine. So it's between two. I didn't own them as a child, but you got to play with them in like school events or whatever, the PE class. So either soccer boppers.
Oh yeah.
Sock'em robots.
yeah.
Soccer boppers were the ones that inflatable.
Yeah,
buckets
yeah.
and
Yep.
drums. And I've always wanted them, but I never got them, I guess. But dude, yeah, just like, who puts me in the face, dude?
I do actually remember playing with those. I think it was at our cousin's house in
Yeah,
Oklahoma.
yeah.
And
Remember Moon
his-
Shoes?
His were deflated.
Yeah,
That's-
I
I got 'em right
remember
now,
Moon
Moon
Shoes.
Yeah,
and
moon
they
shoes.
sucked.
Moon
They were
shoes.
terrible.
But you'd see them
trampoline
on
for your feet.
you'd see them on Nickelodeon every day, like at least 5 times a day.
Oh, sure.
And they were
So-
jumping
That were
5
like
feet
maybe
high.
Oh my
50
God,
pounds
yeah.
soaking wet, and
Yeah.
but guys,
It goes
like
right
me,
up there with that little skipping thing they used to have. That little ball thing.
Oh
you
yeah,
skip
yeah,
it.
yeah.
counter.
Kick it around.
Skip it. Yeah.
Skip it, yeah,
It was
skip
skip
it.
yeah.
I love
They
it.
showed that infomercial so much. I was like, I don't think I could do that.
But now I've got the Sock and Boppers theme stuck in my head.
Sock and boppers. Is that it,
Sock and
right?
Boppers, more fun than a pillow fight.
There it is. Oh man, now we're gonna pay fucking Hasbro. Thanks a lot, Brandon.
You're welcome.
Simon was a good one.
But
There's a lot of
the
classics.
like the jingles, just the jingles is what caught you on a lot of these toys.
Yeah,
Like
dude,
a lot of it,
Simon,
Yeah.
Bop It.
yeah.
Remember Bop It? That was
Didn't the
Way to
Easy
go,
Bake
man.
Oven have a jingle?
Easy Bake Oven did have a jingle.
Yeah.
I had an Easy Bake Oven for some reason. It showed up at my house. I don't know why.
And I made
And I made brownies. Yeah. No, it was funny though, because I remember at the same time that Easy Bake Oven came out, there was also the Creepy Crawler Creations.
Oh yes.
Oh,
Remember
yeah,
that
those
thing?
were cool.
And I wanted one of those so bad. And
Yeah.
But your mom got you
Easy
Easy
Bake showed
Bake
up.
Oven.
I don't know why.
Mom wanted you to
I
bake.
wanted that too, but they had like I think my grandparents got me something else, and it was like
Yeah.
it was like a monsters lab or whatever.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's what they talk about.
No, this was like it was something completely. It didn't have the shapes or anything
Oh,
like
okay.
that.
Yeah, there was
Edible
multiple different
potions and
kinds.
stuff.
Yeah. That the edible potion was one. Yeah, I remember that. That was,
That was fantastic.
yeah.
Because you
I've
could,
always
like,
wanted one of
make
those.
zombie skin and eat the zombie's
Yeah.
skin for some fucking
Yeah.
reason.
We
I mean,
we had such weird like obsessions growing. Like I don't know. Nowadays, you watching. I don't know. I watch TV shows with my kids, and it's really bubbly and stuff. And I'm like,
Do
you
they
guys are
watch
fucking
Blippi? Do
lame.
your kids
Like what the
watch
hell?
Well, that's why I've been watching.
Blippy. Not Blippy. We watch Bluey on Disney Plus.
Bluey,
Yeah.
Bluey
Bluey
is good.
it's a great show.
Bluey is
I
very
love
good.
that.
like
But-
100%
Yeah.
awesome.
I have been
Yeah, exactly.
watching. I watched the OG Powerpuff Girls.
Mhm.
The girls are watching.
Is there a different one?
Yeah, they just made one. 2016. They changed all the voices. It's awful. Uh,
Yeah.
my girls are now watching Fairly Odd Parents.
Nice. Good.
Nice.
They watched Batman the Animated Series with me.
Yes.
So
Culture.
I just
Culture.
everything, and then the original Scooby Doo's, like from the 1950s.
My wife is obsessed with Scooby Doo. All of them.
My kids like, and they just met Scrappy Doo. So
Right.
my youngest, she just turned 2, and she walks around. She goes, "Sappy Dappy," and like she loves Scrappy Doo.
It's funny too. She looks like a little cave person, so it kind of works out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
it's
yeah,
like-
I am raising my girls on all the classics. So
There you go. Yeah, my youngest is 4. She's gonna be 5 this year, and every day she comes home from daycare wanting to watch Mighty Morphin. So she's always like, "I want to watch your Power Rangers, Daddy." I'm like, "All right, let's go put it on the iPad. Let's watch it. Let's
No
go."
doubt. No
So-
hesitation at all.
No hesitation. Yeah, we're doing it.
I tried to get my son. My daughter, she would watch it with me, but she watches like full length movies. She watched the new Ghostbusters Afterlife.
Oh yeah, that was a fantastic movie.
It was great.
They didn't. Yeah.
Yeah, Alfred. He doesn't sit and watch shows with me. He like a tablet, or he's got his Switch, and he's like me at that age. If I had a handheld device,
for real.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I get it. Yeah, my 11-year-old's the same way. She doesn't. When I first came into her life, we were watching, all the Batman movies, Star Wars. We would set up in the garage and just, have like a movie day in there. And now she's just on her phone on like YouTube and shit like that. And
I can't wait for the Great Reset or the Blackout or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
And we can just all have a good family fun time.
Yeah,
exactly. Right.
And get on each other's nerves.
That's what it's all about.
Come over and play cornhole.
There you go.
Hey,
yeah, my oldest.
Drinking again.
They call it bags in the Midwest, guys. And I'm like, no, it's called cornhole. Like, what are you talking about?
Shove it up.
They call it bags. Yeah.
Shove it up your cornhole. It's called bags, eh?
What part of the Midwest do you guys?
I'm in Illinois, up in Chicago. Yeah.
So you know washers too, then.
I think so. I'm not 100% sure. I'm originally from New Jersey, so I don't know if
Fair enough. Washers was like horseshoes, but with a coffee can.
Okay.
Washers.
Oh.
Nice.
And that's like St. Louis, Midwest.
Yeah.
Sounds like something they do in St. Louis.
Yeah, we had a horseshoe pit in my backyard growing up, so I used to love when my dad would set that up, and come springtime, summertime, we'd have the sand pits and everything. And pretty sure I hit Brandon a couple times across the head with a horseshoe. So
I mean,
it was always a fun time.
We also played wiffle ball, and you would specifically hit as hard as you could when I would pitch.
Yes,
and you'd hit it right at me.
That's what you're supposed to do.
You get the wiffle ball like mark right on your ribs.
That's a fucking mistake.
Because we'd all play shirtless for some reason.
You done fucked up now. That was a mistake.
Well, when I used to play wiffle ball, we didn't have any stores nearby, so we would break the ball and then just duct tape it.
Yeah.
So you just have after a while there will be no ball left, and it's just you're hitting a solid duct tape ball.
Yeah.
And then we're just whacking it into the street.
We used to go out at least like once a month and get new wiffle ball bats and duct tape them up and like do designs on them and everything. So we'd have custom bats and have a little home run derby on our backyard.
I'm 30 years old. I'm actually trying to start a wiffle ball league here in my house.
Dude, there is a wiffle ball league out of Nevada. It's called the Premier Wiffle Ball League. You watch them?
I watch it. I do.
That's so amazing. I want to go to one of those games so bad. I got to get out to Nevada.
Definitely. I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
I just
it's called Premier League Wiffle. Will can show you. It's pretty amazing. Yeah. It's like professional wiffle ball players.
Like field, arena, basically like set up trees in the back.
No. Hold on. When you say professional wiffle, obviously you're not going to hit a wiffle ball as far as you would a baseball.
Well, no.
So
a shorter field, like smaller field.
It's a diamond,
but you can make the ball, dude. It's a regular, like a baseball field.
Oh yeah, the pitches you could do with a fucking. I used to throw a sick knuckleball with wiffle ball.
Yeah,
I'm gonna. Awesome.
So, straight up, this is their Instagram, Premier League Wiffle, and like they have like player cards and everything. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah, they're a legit.
Yeah, it's a legit league.
Are those top cards?
Yeah. They have their own little top cards. Let me see if I can get a picture of like the actual field and stuff. Oh, they got here. I'm going to show really bad.
They're probably live on TikTok right now. Matter of fact,
I am
Twitch.
Stupefied. This is
check that out.
Thing. Yeah, like the background.
They have full broadcast and everything on Twitch.
Behind them,
That's nuts.
Yeah. This is. Yeah, and look at that field. It's a professional field. That's amazing.
Crazy.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
A couple of guys that started playing wiffle ball and it turned into that big.
It's like
you gotta get alcohol involved. In that.
It's like real life
basket.
It's like real life basketball. That's what it sounds like. So, like
not
two
guys.
Two guys were just like, let's do wiffle ball professionally, and they just like rode with it.
They're live on Twitch Monday through Friday.
Nice.
starting
If we
at
do that,
6.
we could do like professional Nerf football.
Dude, yes.
And
That would be badass.
by Nerf.
Let's go.
Yeah. You know,
Super
there's
Soaker Wars instead of
Hey,
Nerf
Elon Musk, I
Gladiator.
got something new for you to
dude.
Yeah, right.
Nerf Wars. There you go.
buy. That being said, I think we should wrap this up. We got like 2 minutes left.
Yeah, dude. I was gonna say.
Oh,
the same
we lost
thing, but
Josh.
Josh left. Joshua, why do you leave the chat? Well, I don't think we'll get him back before the time runs out. So I do want to thank you guys for hopping on with us today.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Really appreciate it.
Yeah,
This is another super long episode, and I love it because like we just talk, and there's such a great connection. So really appreciate you guys coming on.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks for having us, guys. It's been-
Do you guys have anywhere we can find you, like the podcast and stuff? Is there? Do you have social media?
Shedzilla podcast, Twitter, Facebook, iTunes, Spotify, and all that. Apple Podcast rather.
Hell yeah! And what was the name of it again?
The Shedzilla podcast. The
Shedzilla podcast. That's right. Well, Will, Tad, dude, guys, thank you again so much. You know, we'll be in touch. Definitely gonna have you guys back on. This was a lot of fun.
Perfect.
Check out their podcast. Check it out. Shedzilla podcast. Let's go.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Y'all have a good night.
Yeah, absolutely. Have a great night.
Yeah.